Dan Sullivan is going to be running against you. Dan Sullivan versus
the mayor?
Dan Sullivan. No, a completely different Dan Sullivan.
Huh. Maybe we can get back to you. So there's another
Dan Sullivan.
Huh. I wonder what that's all about.
And that's the moment our political reporter, Will Courtney, told Senator Dan Sullivan last week that he'd be facing a candidate with his same name in the August primary. That Dan Sullivan is from Petersburg. Now, days later, Senator Sullivan and national Republicans are accusing his main Democratic opponent, Mary Peltola, of being behind it. And Will, what do you know after talking to both sides?
Yeah, Rebecca, the Peltola campaign tells me they have no involvement in the Petersburg Sullivan's campaign. But the senator and national Republicans say Peltola is trying to, quote, rig the election. National Republicans point to what they call a smoking gun. They say that's a Democratic consultant named Amber Lee. Lee has previously told media outlets she supports Peltola. And the Republicans say metadata from the Petersburg Sullivan's campaign announcement shows Lee authored the press release. But there's no confirmed direct connection between Peltola's campaign and Lee's work for Petersburg Sullivan. That said, here's what happened when we reached out to Lee today to ask about her role and ask about any connection to Peltola.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Will Courtney, Alaska's News Source political reporter.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
And I should also note the Petersburg Sullivan campaign has not responded to multiple requests for comment. That includes 2 emails today, a phone call, and an email last week following his filing. When I asked directly whether this is a real campaign, that question also went unanswered. He has not publicly denied the coordination allegations. We expand our coverage on our website and our mobile app with the National Republicans letter. They want the Petersburg Sullivan name taken off the ballot. Rebecca.
A man in a sprawling drug trafficking case tied to what federal prosecutors call one of Alaska's largest rings was sentenced today. Pasquale Giordano was sentenced to 2 years in federal prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. He remains out of custody for now and was ordered to turn himself in on a date that has not yet been set. After sentencing, he declined an on-camera interview, but he told Alaska News Source, quote, "I'll do my time and go home. That's about it." Federal prosecutors say the case centers on alleged organization run from a California prison cell. They say investigators seized large amounts of fentanyl, meth, and heroin during the investigation. Court filings say that the broader investigation involves dozens of defendants and alleges drug shipments into communities across Alaska. We are in the middle of the warmest temperatures of the year right now, and a lot of people are getting out and enjoying the outdoors. Melissa Fry has been giving us some ideas all week. She is live at Campbell Creek in Anchorage.
Yeah, Rebecca, we are here at Campbell Creek Park. This is right off of Lake Otis near Tudor on Campbell Creek. Great spot to cool off. You can see I'm here with half of Anchorage. We've seen so many folks coming and going today. We've seen paddle boarders, we've seen floaters down the river, and people are just having a good time, even grilling out here. And the ice cream truck was here earlier as well. Temperatures today, not only the warmest of 2026, warmer than we ever even experienced last year. In fact, to find a day warmer than today, get this, you have to go back to 2022, and that is when the record high temperature was set for today's date. But we didn't experience that on any date last year. Let's take a look at those current conditions outside right now, and you can see it's still warm. We haven't dropped a bit. Temperature still sitting at 76 degrees here in Anchorage, 78 in Palmer. We do have those low 70s in Fairbanks, mid 50s in Ketchikan. That is where we are seeing cooler conditions because that storm that we've been tracking this week, is moving into southeast. But look how warm it is across all of South Central. Again, the Kenai Peninsula getting in on the fun with the heat today, with high temperatures pushing back into the mid to upper 70s there as well. As for that next area of low pressure, again, it is moving into southeast. That's why we are seeing wet conditions there tonight. Rain will be likely, and do know it's quite the weather whiplash for you in southeast, going from upper 70s and 80s back to the 50s in just about 24 hours. But Anchorage, Fairbanks, Bethel, all back into low to mid 70s for another day tomorrow. So again, hopefully you can find a nice spot to cool off, enjoy this summer weather, beautiful conditions, and I'll have a look at that statewide forecast here in a few minutes.
Big gorgeous day. We've had our campaign to help feed families across the state during the month of May. May No Child Go Hungry is benefiting food banks in Anchorage and Fairbanks. Lauren Maxwell has the numbers from Anchorage.
Well, this pile of food that you see here is just a small part of what was collected throughout the Anchorage community at businesses and just different places around town. But as I said, it's just a fraction. Let's take a look at the total numbers. More than 500 pounds of food was collected, and the food bank received nearly $12,000 in donations during the month of May. That money, it's enough to provide meals for 200 children throughout the summer.
We've got the summer, we have many children that rely on free and reduced price school meals during the school year, and now that summer is out, families are scrambling to try to figure out where to fill in those gaps. And at the same time, we always see lower donations in the summer come in because Alaskans are out enjoying our state. So this food could not come at a better time.
So again, the month of May may be over, but as you heard, the need doesn't go away. Food banks would greatly appreciate your donations. Lauren Maxwell, Alaska's News Source.
And this year's May No Child Go Hungry campaign is also wrapping up in Fairbanks. The Community Food Bank has fundraised nearly 26,000 pounds of food, exceeding those goals. The amount was calculated by treating every dollar received as a pound of food, creating a combined total. The fundraiser benefits children who can no longer rely on a daily school lunch during the summer. Kid-friendly food is added to every emergency box going to a family with children. Food Bank CEO Ann Weaver says it has been a strong year.
When you've got gas prices that are over $5 and you've got all sorts of expenses and you still break 20,000 pounds of food, what an incredible event. What a great May, what an amazing community, and huge shout out to the TV stations for putting this together and really pushing it and making it work.
If you're still interested in donating, Weaver says the food bank can still put donations towards summer meals for kids if specified by a donor. We have more information on our website and our app. Runners on J-Bear have been moving with purpose. May was Mental Health Awareness Month. Although it's now June, their race to break the stigma around mental health continues. Georgina Fernandez shows us in this week's Northern Front.
In every race, there's a goal.
And I'm excited to see everybody finish this run.
But in this race,
I'm happy you guys are all doing something for your mental health.
All right, is everyone ready?
the goal
Let's go!
looks different.
Go!
Behind every mile, service members are breaking a sweat while breaking a stigma.
The more we talk about it, the more it becomes less of a stigma.
During J-Bear's 5K run for mental health awareness, an annual run during Mental Health Awareness Month on base.
It's important to know that it's okay to experience some low mood, some anxiety. It's normal.
This race brings mental health to the forefront,
It's often overlooked, and historically was often overlooked.
bringing attention to a severe issue that impacts service members across the U.S. In 2024, the Department of Defense reports that 471 service members died by suicide. According to the CDC, Alaska has some of the highest suicide rates in the country.
Yeah, finish up. Mental health is incredibly important to our military members.
Around 500 people and some dogs showed up during the 5K, decked out in green to represent mental health awareness.
It's really awesome to see that so many people care about mental health like we do.
And for organizers, the finish line is just the beginning, breaking the silence.
We're essentially here to show that it doesn't need to be that way, that mental health is as important as physical health.
Behind every mile, with every stride, the stigma fades.
Let's go! Let's go!
Georgina Fernandez, Alaska's News Source.
Now, if you want someone to talk with, the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is at 988 or visit its website for additional resources. You can also reach out to the Crisis Text Line. We'll have that information on our website.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's News Source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's News Source app.